Learn how to borrow money in Zambia and why people borrow money in Zambia and how and where to borrow money in Zambia. There are several things people are borrowing money for. Many people choose to invest in land, cars or gadgets and appliances. Many would like to see their money exchanged and receive dividends by loans. It may be about putting resources into your company or increasing the marketing activities for site owners and affiliate marketers. Whatever the cause, there will come a point in your life where you need to borrow money, and it will be wise to consider circumstances whether or not borrowing money would be to your advantage. For more ways to consider when seeking to get access to fast money or boost financials than ever before, there are plenty of options we all need to be aware of. Why do people in Zambia borrow money? Individuals also borrow money for large purchases such as purchasing houses, vehicles or even buying smaller products such as gadgets and appliances. The value of a fixed loan will help to spread the expense of the property or object and make the terms of payment more manageable for lenders. For experiences, according to psychology, experiential purchases or purchasing experiences like traveling the globe or seeing a show on Broadway may provide more value than material objects. It is also why people would always borrow money so they could buy a cruise ship or a ticket for the Broadway. Consolidating loans: people may borrow money to pay off other accounts or debts they may have. We combine other smaller loans into a bigger loan, which only gives them a monthly payment. It could be considered a red flag and a symbol of a bigger problem, such as being financially overextended and borrowing too much. Living beyond means: some people borrow money to survive beyond the means available. It can be anything from taking out a loan and making a lavish purchase of something they do not even need, to using cash and credit cards to make up for a monthly deficit in their income. It is again used as a red flag for financial uncertainty. As lenders, it's important to consider the circumstances where you'd have to borrow money, or try cutting your expenses to reach ends. The online cash loans would be one of the easiest ways to borrow money. Experts at nimble.com.au explain how Nimble cash loans work, and illustrate the normal online cash loan procedure, which involves a quick approval process and less paperwork needed for approval. But before we look at online cash loans more closely, let's discuss some other ways to borrow money in a timely manner. How to borrow money in Zambia easily: borrowing from family and friends. Family and friends are great sources when you need immediate financial assistance. While it may be hard to ask, particularly in desperate financial circumstances, set aside your pride. Only make sure you pay them out in a timely manner and thank them for the support they've provided in your time of need. Employer cash advance. In fact, in unusual financial circumstances, certain companies offer the option of payday cash advance. There, employers will give you your full salary, or part salary, in advance. In the next paycheck, you repay the boss by a deduction. It is important to remember, however, that terms vary from company to business. Some employers charge a fee, have a fixed revenue-based loan number, or have a frequency cap on how many times you can lend. Before taking this option, it is best to contact your finance office to understand your company's guidelines. Credit card cash advance. Depending on the type of credit card you have, certain credit cards have the option of allowing you to withdraw cash from banks and ATMs as long as you have credit available to tap. Notice that this option does come with a price, though. Credit card companies usually charge you a processing fee plus a higher than average interest rate. Emergency loans or payday loans are quick loans, usually small loans, usually less than $1,000 that can be paid on the next payday. Generally, lenders will charge you a fixed fee depending on the sum you borrowed, and on the next payday the total sum lent plus the fee, would be charged. Online loans are the easiest, most secure and trouble-free way to borrow money. The sum of money that can be borrowed will usually vary from a few $100s to several thousand. Cash loans are quick, convenient and safe as they provide short-term financing without the burden of long-term issues. Also, the application process is fast as you just have to apply online. Finally, after a day or two, you will get the money borrowed too. Pawn loan. Another way to get cash fast is to pawn your car, pieces of jewelry and some pawn shops, some gadgets and appliances. You pawn your things here for cash, and you get back your valuable items after you pay back the pawn company's cash. Chances are you could lose your item if you don't pay it back. Alternative sources. They can also be excellent support for your financial problems, whether you are a leader of a faith group or a non-profit organization. The group is Literally, a rich source for individuals who might need financial assistance. Go to the nearest community center and inquire for potential financial resources to support you. While there are fast alternatives to quickly acquiring money, the best scenario will be to save when you can, so you don't have to go through the loan application motions. And if you set aside $20 a day, you can draw on your savings or emergency fund in cases where you are short of cash. How to borrow money in Zambia. Steps. 1. Borrowing money in Zambia. Borrowing money in Zambia is easier than you think, but the complexity will depend on how much you need or want to borrow and for what purpose. 2. How to borrow money in Zambia. You can borrow money in Zambia in the following ways: from friends, from family members and relatives, from online loan givers, by requesting emergency loans, by requesting for employee cash advance and credit card cash advance. This is all I had for you for today. If you learned some things, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe.